everybody, it's Rob Seaver, Executive Director with Leads Council. I'm bringing you next week's teaser video for our upcoming webinar in our leadership series. This one's a bit of a tongue twister. You guys know how I am about trying to read this, so this has put me to task. Agile marketing, how AI-powered conversational analytics can inform your strategy in real time. I got that out, but I did run out of breath. I can promise you that. I'm here joined with Ian Daly. He is, and I have to read this as well. He is the Senior Director of Product Marketing at Invoca. Ian, welcome. Thank you for joining us. First of all, tell us what that means, Senior Director of Product Marketing at Invoca. Tell us a little bit about what Invoca does, and then tell the attendee what they could expect to see if they decide to spend time watching this thing next week.
Absolutely. Thanks, Rob. Senior Director of Product Marketing. So product marketing is the field that essentially sits between product and sales and marketing and make sure that those three functions actually talk and speak a language that real humans can understand, and that we're not really making things up as we do our marketing and sales activity, that they do actually tie back to product functionality and capability. So we try to keep everybody honest. So about Invoca, we are an AI-powered call tracking and conversational analytics solution. That's the boring way of describing it. Essentially, what we do is we provide marketers with really actionable call and conversational data to be able to tie those sales activity and all the sales that are coming from your inbound calls back to the digital touch points and the digital marketing campaigns that preceded them, so that you can really understand what the effect of your marketing is, not just in an online sense, but in that offline sense as well. So you can get that attribution, you get that data to really power your business.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do after all of that? Because that sounds pretty fancy. So, given this big title that we put in place, what machine learning? We talked about this a few minutes ago before we started the record button, and we talked about AI. Artificial intelligence, big word, kind of scary to some people. What are we going to pick up as an attendee here?
Well, you're going to learn about what the latest advances are in conversational analytics. And what that means is basically having machines or software listen in on those conversations that businesses are having with their consumers by phone and really extracting insights from those conversations in real time. And so that what that enables marketers to do is really get a total view of this conversational channel, rather than sitting there and listening to calls and writing down what you hear and trying to understand on a one-to-one kind of call basis. You can really have machines do that listening for you. So you get the reporting, you get the information that you need. And that's even like most critical in this period of time, where we know in this sort of post-COVID world that consumer needs have changed dramatically. And it's changing. It's so fluid what we're seeing day to day, how their needs are changing. And what businesses and marketers really need to understand is when customers are reaching out and they're calling your business, what are they calling about? Because things have changed dramatically. And marketers need to be able to track that on a day-to-day basis and do that in a scalable way across hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of calls that they might be getting per week. So they get that new actionable first-party data, so they can keep track of those customer needs.
Imagine it's boiled down to something that's actionable, to where I can actually, because it sounds pretty complicated. It sounds like you're tracking tens of thousands of calls. You're learning a lot, at paces that the brain can't learn from. So this is actually delivered to the customer in a way that they're actionable items that can be done or taken care of right now, things that can be deployed right now, huh?
Yeah, awesome. You just think of like a standard web analytics platform, the type of data that you might be able to pull from your website. You're now able to pull that from those conversations and see all that online and offline data side by side. It's really no more complicated than that.
Yeah. It's so interesting and so topical and so relevant to what's going on today. I can't wait to see this. Really thank Ben Sullivan for joining us next week, and I can't wait to look forward for this thing. Get to the finish line, and then I get tongue-tied again. Let me tell you, if you just go to leadscouncil.org, go to our event hub tab, You can see the calendar there. The calendar will have next week's edition that you can sign up for. Super excited for this. Thank you for willing to join us and put this together, and can't wait. Thanks a lot, Ian.
Me too. Thanks, Rob.